So good day, YouTube. So I had quite a few in-depth questions last night to my last video. And I figured I would just do a video because the responses are kind of a little complicated. I want to start, sorry, they've been in all day and they're starting to loosen up a bit. I want to start with, well, a lot to cover, a little time to do it in. The picture of the adhesive, I finally got it printed, and at this point it's a little bit more adhesive than this, but this is essentially, I'm actually going to hold it like that, what's going on in my mouth. I just take and I kind of like rub it on there, and then I make sure there's a little bit in there, because I've tried putting it all through here and it doesn't stick like at all. The way that my denture sits, like there's actually a gap in between this and my gum. This, if you look really closely, is actually two different kinds. I've got the powder over the paste. It works really well actually, but now I'm all in here too. So I really need to go get in a line pretty badly, but that's the picture I've been trying to print out and show you guys. I'm so happy that I was able to do that tonight. If you see me keep looking down, I actually have like a book here that I wrote stuff down in. So I'm going to start with Brianna. You had mentioned a rocking denture because I was talking about my jaw moving. It's not the denture rocking. It's literally my jaw, like right in here where the jaw like connects in the joint. I can feel it almost starting to wander. The dentures, like in the morning, they're solid, but I do know what you mean. Like the looser they get during the day, it feels definitely like my teeth are, you know, rocking, for sure. Let me see here. I've got a clenching problem and I was kicked in the jaw. So I think that like my jaw kind of sits funny anyway. So for the bite to be like off like it is, like I'm having a multitude of problems. It could be part of the partially healing, but for the most part, except for right here, all my back have been out for years. Like they were already all out and healed. I've got nice ridges. I will actually take a picture of that sometime and I'll show you guys that too. But in the back, actually, I think I did. There's a video where I showed pictures of what my teeth used to look like. And I showed, like, I have open pictures of my mouth open. And you can see the ridges, like they're already healed. Like they did not pull those teeth. It was only front teeth I had left. 17 teeth between the top and the bottom in the front. That was it. I had one molar right here, right off to the side. All the rest were gone. So as for healing, it on the sides, like it shouldn't be like that at all, in my opinion anyway. But I guess when I get the align, we'll see. Which leads me into Don DeMarco. You were asking if they were made at the same time and not suggesting a reset on temps. They were set at the same time. And if you actually go back, video 12, I'm going to link it in the description. I put in the first set that they gave me, and you get to see what they look like in my mouth. And oh my Lord, they actually ended up, this is the second set that they molded for me. So I think what might have happened, thinking on what you said, is when I talked to the dentist, even though it's the same office, different dentist now, the first one I had is no longer there. I think that maybe there was a miscommunication and maybe he thinks these are permanent. So I'm going to clear that up with him just to make sure, because if you're saying that I shouldn't do it on the temporaries, then maybe that's something I should talk to him about and make sure that he understands, like, even though this is the second set, it's not the permanent set, if that makes sense. I won't be due for that till probably October. I was gonna say, let me see here. The next one, oh, and by the way, yes, the teeth were measured when these were put in. Everything was aligned. Everything, like, trust me, go back and watch this video that I'm going to link. Day 12 of the first set of teeth. These are so much better. I mean, granted, they're not the best, but they're better. Not only that, they're meeting in the back, and it's making it difficult, like, to close. And it's feeling bulky, very bulky in the back. And I feel like my mouth isn't adjusting well. And I know that that can cause jaw problems. So I'll talk to him again. And when I do get in, I will, of course, like I said, make another video on that. The next one, sorry, I'm just checking my time here. I'm doing pretty good. Lili's song. I hope I said that right. You were talking about eating and the gagging reflex and checking your food. So your situation is a little bit different than mine, because my first set was so messed up. And I had no back teeth anyway. I gummed everything. Like, everything. I have kids, so I would just cut it up as small as theirs, and I would stick it in the back, and I would gum it all. But that was also because the first round, I couldn't wear the bottom denture at all. I could only wear the top, and I tried eating with just the top, but it's digging into everything, and you're still healing. Like, I've had a nightmare of a time with these things. So what I do is I use the side of my tongue, kind of right here, as I'm chewing, to kind of gauge where the food is at. And I started with soups and things that were softer, so that it would really break down easily. And now I eat pretty much everything. Hamburgers, steak, I eat everything. Now granted, because the bottom doesn't fit properly, sometimes they pop if I'm not careful about how I'm eating, but that's not the same situation that you're having. They're just, as far as your comment went, I think. I hope I understood that right. So yeah, just try and use your tongue, and it's going to take some adjustment. Get a mirror. I think I got this from, oh my God, I can't remember who actually said this, but it was another person on my subscriptions. If you can get to them, then I think it might have been Bill Westland, said get a mirror. I think it was him. And like, practice eating in front of it. And that way you can gauge too, like, if your tongue is telling you correctly, like, yeah, okay, my food is small enough that I can swallow it now. I know that I was told that you kind of have to chew up and down, don't grind, like, but I kind of have a slanted motion when I eat now, just so that, like, they won't pop out. It's just the way that I've had to do it. As for the, like, gagging, mine only lasted a couple days, and the first few days, all I did was drink. I got, like, food supplement, like, Ensure and stuff like that. I had a couple of those. I didn't manage getting through very many. I got really sick in the meantime, though, after my teeth were pulled, and I actually ended up in the hospital. That's a whole other story, too. But, so start with soft and start drinking and trying to yogurts, stuff like that. If you've got those down and you're not gagging or anything, then it's just a matter of remembering. When you put something in your mouth, that's, again, too, with the saliva. When you put something in your mouth is saying, oh, that's food. It's supposed to be there. Now we have to swallow it. So while you're trying to swallow your food, you're also probably trying to, sorry, I'm getting messages now, and that was really not good timing. So yeah, you're trying to swallow your food and your denture. So again, just very, very, very tiny, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take practice. And this is where it's so important to stay positive. I'm telling you, Every victory, every single victory, as small as it can be or as big as it can be. I remember the first time I bit my tongue because I had both sets in, and I actually laughed. I'm sure my husband thought I was crazy. Are you okay? Yeah, I bit my tongue. I'm great. I have all my teeth to bite my tongue. Remember where you came from. Remember that you wouldn't have gotten dentures if there wasn't a bigger overall problem. And that even though it may not be comfortable right now and you may not enjoy food as much as you want to, that day will come. It's just going to take time. And like I said, practice. Start eating, girl. But stay positive. Remember the reasons why you did what you did. And persistence at this point is really what you need. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. You know, like I once heard it said, and I can't remember who said it, but my old office used to do motivational things, and they talk about to be a professional, you're not just born that way. And it's like 10,000 hours plus to master something. And some people think it's even more than that. And I would agree with that. Practice makes perfect, right? So start with smaller things. If you have to, gum it. Who cares? If you're at home, nobody else is around, just pop it in your mouth and do it. Do what you got to do, because you know what? Sometimes you're just hungry. But anyway, I hope that helped with some of your guys' questions. If you have any more, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I am cutting it pretty close to my 15 minutes. I will answer any of your questions after I get into the dentist and I get that all figured out. Yeah, and you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you on the flip side.